Welcome back to the Chad Hasty Show, News Talk KFYO. Early voting continues this week. Tomorrow, the last day of early voting. So if you're going to vote early, you better do it today or tomorrow. And Election Day on Tuesday. In studio with us right now, candidate for the 140th District Court in the Republican primary, Robert Sullivan, back in studio. Welcome back.
Well, thank you, Chad. Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. Appreciate you stopping by. We had you on early I say early in this campaign, but I guess it was a few weeks ago we had you in studio. How have things been going since?
Well, they have been busy, but that's good. It's just continuing to meet as many people as I can, campaign events, whatever it takes to get out there and show my experience and background and also my vision for the 140th District Court.
Well, talk about that a little bit. First, talk about your background, your resume, and what your vision is.
Well, Texas Tech grad of undergrad and law school, born here in Lubbock. My entire professional career has been spent here. I have been in private practice, first working for another firm before I opened up my own law firm. So a business owner with an emphasis in the criminal justice field, worked on hundreds and thousands of cases now over the years. Everything from traffic tickets to murder, and that includes everything in between. Mm-hmm. Also, I have done mental health. I've been telling people, there's 14 attorneys in all of Lubbock. We got 287,000 people in the county, and 14 attorneys take court-appointed mental health cases. And I've just been told we're actually down to 13. We lost one. Wow. And your listeners know, they know the news. They know that we're in a mental health epidemic nationally here in Lubbock. The numbers are overwhelming. 65% of all people in the Lubbock County Jail are suffering a mental illness. 2/3. A third of the total, they get that special mental health court-appointed attorney. They have some of the most extreme illnesses. But the other third, they don't qualify. There's just not enough resources, and so they're still mentally ill, and we'd love to help them, but they've fallen into the gap. And unfortunately, that's where people like our veterans are with PTSD. They don't currently qualify. So that really goes to my vision for the 140th. If it can become the next specialty court for our Veterans Court, which is getting up and running, I would be honored to be in charge of that court. If we need to shuffle around and get another judge in charge of that, and I need to handle the mental health docket, I'm ready, willing, and able to take on all of these obligations, all of these responsibilities, really, not only to people who come into the justice system, but everyone in Lubbock, Chad. A good judicial system that runs efficiently, that is fair and balanced to all people that come before it, that is the Constitution personified. That is what makes America great. You don't have to bribe somebody to get your day in court. We get justice because people are willing to serve and to put themselves aside for however many years, 4 years, 8 years, and really focus on that job 24/7. And I'm at that point in my career where I'm willing to do that for the citizens of Lubbock.
For those who don't know, the difference between the 99th and the 140th, tell them that difference, for the position you're running for.
So a district court is generally a court of what's known as general jurisdiction. But in Lubbock, we have them split. So the 99th will be your civil cases, lawsuits, money. Your criminal court is the 140th. It's one of three, and it will hear primarily criminal cases. Felonies, anything from a car theft all the way up to capital murder and the death penalty. So the most serious of cases will be heard there. And it's important to note, it will also hear family law, which I have done my entire career too. Chad, there's so many divorces, there's so many child custody cases, even the criminal judges have to pick up the slack. And I can go day one on any case that comes before the 140th.
Let's talk about moving cases through. About a week or so ago, I had Lubbock County Commissioner Chad C. In studio. We were talking about the population at the Lubbock County Detention Center. And,
yes.
There are folks who say we may have to build on to the Lubbock County Detention Center, may not have to. They're still doing some studies. But one of the areas of interest is getting these cases moving quickly or quicker, maybe through the criminal district courts here in Lubbock. How do you think that that's needed? Do you think cases are moving too slow? And what can a judge do to move those along a little bit quicker?
There is a backlog, Chad, with the Lubbock County criminal courts. And what's terrifying is the price tag on that new jail, $40 million.
Right.
And if the Department of Justice comes in, if Washington, D.C., or if Austin comes in and says, you're going to do this, we're not going to have a choice, whether the money's there or not. And the jail is overcrowded. So we absolutely have to get these cases moving. And it's a multi-pronged attack to fix a problem. You got to roll up your sleeves and get to work. As a small business owner, I do that 6 days a week anyway at my law firm. So I'm ready to do that. It's having clearly defined expectations for all sides, the prosecution and the state, the defense attorneys. Listen, if a case isn't ready to go on Monday, that's okay. Sometimes things happen, but then it's got to be the next person up, and we have to go. We'll get a dedicated trial docket. We'll get more in line with the other district courts. We will have clearly set expectations, and we will work and work and work, and we'll have, if we can squeeze in 2 trials a week, let's do it. If we need to have more than 2 or 3 trial settings a month, well, that's going to be tough, but we're going to have to do it.
Yeah. How can people find out more? We still have early voting going on today, have it going on tomorrow, and then we've got Election Day. And I'm sure there are some people who still need to follow you on social media and on your website. How do they do that?
Well, I'm going to be out, so the chances are I may just be bumping into them on the streets. Yeah. But if they want to find me online, I'm on Facebook. My page is Robert Sullivan for Judge. It's the word F-O-R, Robert Sullivan for Judge. I've got post every day. That's a direct line to me in terms of email or Facebook message or the phone number on there. That all rings to my desk. I mean, this is a one-way ticket from you to me.
All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by.
Well, thank you, Chad. Appreciate
it. Coming in, Robert Sullivan, candidate in the Republican primary for the 140th District Court.